I remember the day I decided to do what no one thought was possible. I was just a girl born into a world that told me my place was behind a counter, handing out cash and paperwork. A small cog in a big, cold machine. For years, I played along, knowing my ambition was a secret flame that no one could see, not even my own family. They called me just a teller, a person who would never get past the glass walls of the bank, never break free from the routine. But deep inside, I knew I was meant for more. I felt it in every restless night and every silent moment staring at the city skyline from my tiny apartment. I watched the city pulse with power, wealth, and secrets, and I told myself someday I would own that skyline, but I would rise above the noise and be the one pulling the strings. One day, I started planting the seeds of my rebellion. I secretly studied the market, devoured books on finance, learned how to invest, how to manipulate the system with patience and precision. I was careful. Bank rules, legal limits, my own conscience whispered warnings, but I kept going, growing stronger in silence. I remember the first time I made a calculated move that paid off. The adrenaline rushing through me as I watched my small investment double overnight. That was the moment when I realized no one, not even my family or my colleagues, would see my true power unless I claimed it myself. I began to hide my wealth, funneling millions into accounts no one knew about, playing the long game, waiting for the right moment. When I finally decided to strike, it was like a thunderclap. Quiet, precise, unstoppable. I bought out the entire branch where I was once just a teller. I bought the managers, the directors, the board members. I took control of the very place that had once dismissed me, treating it as a chessboard for my moves. They thought I was just another executive, another face in the corporate sea. But I was already the queen. No one suspected a thing. My internal battle between who they thought I was and what I was becoming raged like a storm inside me. But I kept my mask firm, calm, unbreakable. I knew the game was far from over. They had betrayed me in subtle ways, underestimated my resilience, dismissed my ambition as naive. But I proved them wrong. I turned my secret wealth into a fortress, a weapon, a shield to protect my future and my family. I knew that power was my ultimate revenge, the cold, hard justice I could serve without a single shot fired. Slowly, I dismantled the old hierarchy, replacing the weak with the strong, the untrustworthy with loyal allies I had cultivated in secrecy. And when the moment was right, I revealed my true strength, not with boastful words, but with the quiet confidence of someone who had mastered her destiny. I saw their eyes widen as I took my seat at the top. The woman once dismissed, now commanding from the very heart of the system. It was sweet, that victory. But even sweeter was knowing I had outsmarted every lie, every betrayal, every attempt to hold me down. The scars of my past fueled my resolve. Every tear, every sleepless night, every whispered doubt from those who thought I was a teller, they all became the fuel that powered my ascent. I learned that revenge isn't loud or reckless. It's precise, calculated, and served cold. And in the end, I made sure they knew I was no longer the girl they once overlooked. I owned the game now. If you love Helena's journey, like and subscribe to join her next chapter. And remember, in this world, power belongs to those who are willing to take it. Be bold, be relentless, and never let anyone tell you you're just a teller.